Okay, so the next company on this list is, of course, Visa. Probably one of the most interesting bits of news to come out of Visa's earnings is they reported customers made $2.5 billion in payments with crypto-linked cards in the first quarter of 2022. Now, these are Visa cards linked to crypto wallets like Coinbase, Circle, and BlockFi. Visa also reported earning $7 billion in revenue for the first time, which came after lower than expected incentive payments, meaning credit card rewards, and higher international performance. They said that payment volume rose by 20%, and most importantly, they saw an increase of 51% in cross-border transactions. Visa also said they currently don't believe the current surge in the pandemic will slow down recovery, and that they see economies around the world continuing to improve. As restrictions are lifted, cross-border travel will continue to recover. The full earnings came in at $1.83 versus $1.70 expected, and revenue came in at $7.1 billion versus $6.8 billion expected. Now, looking at the quarterly trailing 12 months, we can see that this was a pretty significant quarter for them. We can also see the really big bite that the travel restrictions took out of their earnings. Now, looking at the revenue and net income, we can see how the business hasn't been growing like it was in the first half of the decade. However, what we do notice is profit margins are insanely high, around 50% profit margin. Now, when we look at the revenue versus expenses, as we should have expected, they almost have none. They don't even report a cost of revenue category, which is pretty interesting, although network and processing, that purple bar, is probably the closest thing to that. Now, looking at their segment performance, we can see exactly why I've been so high on the stock. While the overall revenue looks very flat and the company appears to not be growing, it's really the loss of international transaction revenue that has caused the revenue to stay flat over the past couple of years. We can see that both service and data processing have continued to grow steadily, so as international transaction revenue fully returns, the company is going to do very well. Now, I valued Visa like 3 times in the past month, so if you want to see how I get to my valuation, check out one of these videos on the screen. Now, for this chart, I'm using a fair PE value between 27 and 42, which puts Visa's current valuation just below fair value by the end of 2022, with Visa having a potential upside of 16% and a high-end upside of 80% by 2024. Now, that clip was a part of a much larger video that I did covering about 6 stocks, so if you want to check out the full thing, make sure you check it out right over here. And as always, thanks for watching.